So today is Friday the 13th. And so me and Austin figured, you know what? Why not, celebrate this great Friday by talking about something pretty cool. We're talking about Friday the 13th, obviously. If you couldn't tell by probably the title of this video, a lot of y'all know this movie series.
Never
Most
heard of it.
people actually, yeah, they don't know the name of the movies, but they everybody knows Jason
Hockey
Voorhees.
Man.
Like, yeah, everybody knows the Hockey Man exactly, but a lot of people don't know it's called Friday the 13th,
Why is it
which
called
is
that?
really weird. Because most of the movies take place on Friday the 13th. Like it's like it's actually important or something.
Oh yeah, you like
But I don't
Friday
think
the
it actually
13th?
is.
Name every Friday the 13th in history.
But you have to do that. You're so dumb. So so I feel like the best way to kind of to start this off, Austin.
Yeah, so start with part 6.
I was gonna start with Freddy versus Jason, but sure. So, me and Austin, what would you say we are, Austin? We're fans. We're fans. Is that a good thing to
Mason
say?
is a fan. I am your more casual moviegoer.
I've seen all of them. I know a decent amount.
Yeah,
Pretty
I,
good
I
series.
skipped half of them
Yeah, but it's okay because you're still here to talk about them. Um,
for what it's
so we're
worth.
gonna, yeah. We're gonna sit here and talk about all of them and kind of do like a, I don't even know if I'd say a brief summary, just kind of like the just just to talk about them. To be honest with you, so Austin, since you've seen it before, definitely tell us about part one.
Yeah, so part 1, that's the one that is not Jason.
Yeah, keep it going.
Yeah, so it's not Jason, it's plot twist, it's his mom.
Yeah, so literally, whenever like the movie starts, like if you watch it nowadays, you definitely think, oh shit, it's Jason the entire time. But back whenever the movie first came out, it was kind of like a who done it type thing. Like you didn't know who the hell it was. Like that's how they built it up. It's like, oh, who could this mysterious killer be? Like,
Yeah, and the
what
whole
the
time
hell's
you're
going
just
on?
thinking, how could it be Kevin Bacon?
No, Kevin Bacon is not. Kevin Bacon is in the movie.
As the
Um,
Hollow Man.
no, he is not the Hollow Man. He's actually the guy from X-Men. Uh, and he just loses his powers. But
True.
um, yes, Kevin Bacon gets fucking murdered, but that's okay. That's not crazy. It's a really cool kill actually. Um, he gets stabbed with an arrow underneath the bunk bed. He gets stabbed through the throat. It's pretty cool. The effects on it. Um, but yeah, the this first movie is it's pretty good. Like in the series, it gets you started into what you're looking forward to. Um, as most people know, only one girl survives. For some reason, it's always the woman. Uh, can we say that? Yeah, we can say that,
Yeah, but then
right?
twist at the end, out from the water comes little kid Jason and he goes, "My mom," and jumps her.
Basically, yeah, like she sits there and sees this kid come from the water.
That guy
Turns out
pulls a
it's a
muscle man.
dream and stuff, and the people are like, "Yeah, there was no boy," and she's like, "Yeah, there is." All this other stuff, and the movie ends. Okay, whatever. Nothing too crazy.
Yeah, that's our
Jump to
first
part
reference to
two.
the dream world.
You true. I didn't even think about it like that. Shut up, Austin. Quit being smart. But jump to part two. Yeah, that girl dies because Jason's actually alive. Very beginning of the movie, she just gets murdered. Like
Yep. So
it's
part 2, creatively named Friday the 13th Part 2.
yeah. If you guys didn't know this, it introduces our main character, Sackboy. Uh,
Yeah, Jason's most iconic look, Sack Man. He's got the
yeah,
overalls and the sack.
yeah, literally, just shows up, popping off, kills a dude in a wheelchair, makes him go down some stairs.
Yeah,
Pretty funny moment.
his uh his first machete kill.
Is it the first one?
Maybe it's the first one. I don't know. It's with the
It's a
machete.
kill. It's a kill with the machete. I think for the most part. I know at one point he uses a pitchfork or something. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he
That's
uses the pitchfork in the barn.
but yeah, he kills this dude named Mark who's in a wheelchair the entire movie and makes him go down the stairs. Like the wheelchair rolls all the way down the stairs
And
and
Mason
stuff.
laughs every time.
Oh, it's fucking great. It's awesome. It's a great kill. Uh, but honestly, other than that, Jason kills people. Final girls there. I think there's a guy this time,
Yeah, and Jason's kind
and
of just like a normal human person.
yeah, and in the movie, Jason jumps out of or the girl sits there and uses like psychological type stuff to machete Jason by making him like think she's his mom. And so he sits there and gets stabbed and she thinks he's dead. And
Yeah,
so
she
they
looks at him and
leave and go to
goes,
this
"Your
cabin.
mom," and he
Yeah.
dies.
And it's basically starts Fortnite dancing on him and goes back to the cabin. But little did she know someone grabbed his reboot card because he jumps through the window and fucking attacks her. But psych, because that's also a dream. Because we're doing that again in this one, and it turns out she was just thinking that he was alive, even though he definitely is. And the people come and save her and just don't question it.
Yeah, isn't the
But
like the psychological thing like the decomposing corpse of the mom jumps out?
no, so like she finds the head of the mom with the sweater, so she puts on the sweater and is like, "Oh, Jason, what are you doing? Like, stop
Oh, then
that."
which is the movie where the decomposing mom jumps out of the water?
That's in like the third one. I want to say.
So
I want to
anyway,
say
the
that's the
third
third
one.
one. Yeah, I would say yeah. It's basically that's it. Jason escapes somehow. Girl lives. Whatever.
Yeah.
He kind of looks like weird in that movie. But
Part
anyway,
part
the
three,
third one.
creatively called Part 3.
Yeah, Friday the 13th, Part 3. Here we go. Woo! Best place to start this is with the best character in
Stoner guy?
um, not the stoner guy. uh, he is pretty good. This is honestly probably the movie of like some of the characters that like actually makes it to where you actually like you're like, huh, they're pretty cool and funny. But
Yeah,
Shelly
I would say it
is
probably
not
has the
cool and
best
funny.
like victims.
Yeah, it brings Shelly into the picture, a dude that's kind of a loser, like pranks on people, and it's really funny because like he keeps playing these pranks and like being like, "Oh, he killed me," and everybody like freaks out and all this other crap, and the entire time like he keeps doing it, and like people just get more mad at him and just dislike him even more than they already do. But he has the hockey mask that Jason finally gets and stuff after he kills Shelly. And it's really funny because whenever Shelly dies, he runs into this girl like with his throat slit, and she's like, "Oh, Shelly, quit playing around." And he's like, "Bro, like save me." And he just dies, and the girl does the best acting in the entire world. And I was like, "Hey, yo, Shelly's actually dead, everyone."
Yeah, but
But everybody
this
else is
this
already
movie
dead.
infamous for falling into the pitfall of the time of really bad 3D effects where they make it super obvious. Like I think there's one point where like someone's like messing with a yo-yo, and so they like
Dude, the
move the
yo-yo scene is
camera to
the
where like the yo-yo
best.
looks like it's popping off the screen. There's a part where someone's like using a broom, so they use the broom and like poke the camera to make it look like it's coming out of the screen. Really
It's
dumb.
so it's so dumb because like they make it on like the most like idiotic things. The only part that actually is like, okay, that was pretty cool, is the harpoon scene.
Yeah, and the
The
harpoon
harpoon,
kill is one of the best kills. I would say it's probably the best in the movie.
like he shoots a harpoon gun and it makes it look like the harpoon is coming towards you and it hits this girl like right in the eyeball and kills her. And it's a pretty cool kill. And actually somewhat good use of the 3D, even though it doesn't look too great. It's just actually good use of it. Um, but Jason gets his mask. This girl survives. She escapes. Whatever. Jason doesn't die. Um, escapes into the woods or something, and that's where we kind of go into part four.
Yep,
And
part
in
four,
part four,
creatively called Friday the 13th, of the final chapter.
yeah, they actually gave it a title this time, the
Which
final chapter,
it's weird they got the final chapter whenever 2 and 3 were labeled as parts, not chapters.
and also there's like a bunch of other movies after, but it's okay. We're okay with it, I guess. Um, Introduces maybe one of the best characters in the entire series.
Stoner guy.
Uh, I don't even think there is just a stoner guy in this one.
No, I don't think there is.
But they introduced Tommy Salami.
Yeah,
It's not his
Kid
actual last
Tommy.
name, but
Obviously
he's the
Mason.
goat. He's the goat. Yeah, and
He's
he's
alright.
fucking nah. He is the goat. He is awesome. He's played by Corey Feldman, and it's a really good scene. You get to see a Goonie fucking kill Jason.
I'm glad at least one of us knew that.
Yeah, I'm glad that I knew that because I'm well knowledge in this stuff, definitely.
Yeah, he does use interesting tactics.
Oh yeah. So this entire thing it shows like him being like interested in like horror movie stuff, him creating masks and doing all this other stuff, and just being really artsy. Whatever. And he finds a newsletter about Jason as a kid, and so he like shaves his head and makes himself look like Tommy or fucking Jason. And Jason's like, "Hey, yo, what the fuck?" And then he sits there and takes a machete to Jason's face a couple of times, like maybe like a dozen times
Yeah,
or
and
so.
Jason is implied dead.
He is not implied that he's dead. There is no implication. He's just fucking dead.
But then how does he
Jason,
come
J-
back for 5?
So jumping into part five.
Creatively titled uh Friday the 13th New Beginning.
Um, it jumps to teen Tommy. So 5 years later, he is said to be 17. Um,
Said to be. No, he is.
I don't know. I don't think it ever says it in the movie. I think people just make that up, but it's okay. It
But
might have. I
but
really
it
don't know.
probably has
I
the
don't pay attention.
best interpretation of Jason.
No.
I mean,
So
Jason's not in the movie.
yeah, Jason is not in this movie. It's a copycat killer, basically.
But is the killer's name
So
even Jason?
no, I honestly I think it's called like Rob or but he's some like fucking dude that came to this scene. So basically they're at this um camp for people they're like mental illnesses and stuff. And this dude named Joey is like special in the head and doesn't know how to read like doesn't have
That
good
chocolate guy?
social. Yeah, that's chocolate guy. Chocolate guy. He doesn't have very good like social knowledge, and so he keeps bothering these people. And he gets chocolate over these white sheets, and it makes these girls mad. And he goes up to this dude named Vic, and he's like, "Hey Vic, you want some fucking chocolate?" And Vic's like, "Go away, Joey." And he's, "Come on, Vic." And then he's like, "Go away, Joey." And he keeps saying it over and over. And he like sits the chocolate on this wood that he's chopping, and Vic cuts it with the fucking axe. And Joey's like, "Hey, you're a real jerk, you know that?" And then he starts to walk
And
away, and
then he
Vic is like,
kills
"Oh
Vic.
fuck, no, no." Joey gets killed by Vic,
Big sad.
and it starts the Jason killing because it turns out the main killer of this movie is Joey's dad. Dun dun dun.
Yeah, didn't they like
Yeah,
for a while kind of like twist it where it was like, oh, it didn't. What was it? Tommy who killed it after like
yeah.
having like trauma.
So some people try and blame it on Tommy for being the killer. It also this movie also includes the dude from Scooby Doo. the live action like 2000s movie, the very first one. Whenever the dude that's on the beach,
Yeah, the guy who played
he's on it.
Scrappy.
No, no, not the dude that played Scrappy. The freaking guy on the beach with like
Voodoo
the
Man.
the voodoo dude. Yeah, and he's in it, and it's funny because he gets killed on the toilet and stuff, and he has a
Guy
song
taking
sing to
the
him while he's
spooky.
pooping. Yeah, literally. Uh, but um, so yeah, basically
But why
Tommy's
even
lame. Dude
watch this when
dies.
Jason's not even in it? You can honestly skip it.
To a
I
fair
did.
point, yeah, you
I
can.
skipped it.
Yeah, you can skip it and go straight to part six, like we are right now.
And
Um,
part 6, creatively named
how many times are
Friday
you
the
gonna fucking say
13th,
that?
Jason Lives.
So yeah, Jason comes back due to
Yeah,
fucking
as it
Tommy
turns out,
Salami.
in Jason Lives, Jason does indeed live.
Yeah, he does come, which it's weird because like he lives, but like, is he really even alive? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
shoot,
So it takes place a year after New Beginning, and Tommy's like, I gotta make sure that Jason's dead.
stabs the pole on his heart
Yeah, and then
chest
accidentally
on a
revives
stormy
Jason.
night. On a stormy night, lightning shocks him. So if you ever die, just have someone like stab you with like an iron pole, and you'll be good. That's all you really need.
I mean,
Just the
that's
lightning
written
hit
down in
it.
my will.
I got you, buddy. Um, so Jason comes back, and it leads to one of the fucking best scenes in the entire series.
The paintball scene.
No, 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 not that one, not that one. But yeah, that is a good one. That is a good one. So we'll get to that. But whenever Tommy sits there and he goes to
Talks to the cop.
the cop, yeah, he goes to the cop, and he's like,
He
"I
runs in, the
fucked
cop draws the
up."
gun.
He's like, "I fucked up. I brought back Jason." Yeah, and he's gonna like,
And he's
this
like,
deputy pulls
aren't you
out.
that Tommy kid?
He's like, "Jason's back. Jason's back," bro. And it's so fucking great.
And obviously
And
the cop doesn't believe him.
yeah, the dude, his deputy or whatever, pulls out a pistol that has a red dot on it, and he's like, "Wherever the dot goes, the bullet hits," or some shit like that. And he has it like pointed right at Tommy's face
And
for
then they
fucking
lock him up.
some reason. Yep, they lock him up, and he's like, I fucked up, man. I fucked up. Jason's back."
And then we get the paintball scene.
Yeah, then we get to the whole paintball scene. There's just like business retreat, and these people are doing a
Basically,
paintball
people
thing for,
playing paintball. Jason shows up, starts killing, gets a
yeah, gets a
machete from one of
machete.
them that was using to like clear the foliage. And then some dude's like, "Yeah, I can take Jason with this paintball gun."
Don't forget he gets a triple head cut. He kills the
Oh, is this the triple head cut?
Yeah, he gets three. He kills a guy, a girl, and a guy all in one swoosh, like just like straight through. Gets all three of them dead right then and there. And the dude, the last dude remaining, sits there and sees him. And he's like this little scrawny nerdy dude. And he's got fuck it. He shoots Jason with it, and Jason just kind of like stops.
And you're like,
Oh,
"Did you
oh!
really think that was gonna work?"
But dude, I keep remembering stuff as we're talking about it. The dude that was clearing out the foliage, it's funny because he's sitting there talking about the girl because she's like an executive or whatever. And he's like, women shouldn't be out here in the woods or whatever. And Jason fucking grabs his arm and throws him into a tree. And whenever he
Oh,
falls
is
off
that
the
not the
tree,
part where he cuts the guy's arm off?
no, he falls off the tree, and the tree mark where his face hit is a smiley face. It's straight up a
I don't
smiley
remember that at
face.
all.
Yeah, it's a smiley face. Like it's so
That's
fucking
pretty funny.
silly.
Yeah.
But
But then
Jason's
Tommy's
making
like,
his
"I
way.
gotta take care of some business."
Yeah, and the sheriff's daughter helps him, and
And he grabs
almost
Jason, does the full Nelson.
into the lake, into
I
Crystal
don't
Lake.
actually think it was a full Nelson, but
It wasn't. He puts a fucking
he
rock
just,
over his neck with some chains,
yeah. Full Nelson would have been
and
cooler though.
the daughter sits there and puts a blade to his face, like the rotor blades on the fucking boat.
Yeah, and
Puts it to Jason's face.
that's the end of the Tommy trilogy.
Sadly, one of the best characters in the entire fucking
Well,
series.
I mean, he appeared in 3 movies with different actors every time, so
Yeah, but he was still awesome.
yeah, the one from part 6 was the best one though.
Yeah, 100%. So that leads us into part seven,
Part
and you might
7,
wonder
also
how the
known
fuck,
as.
Oh my
I don't
fucking
know what part
god.
seven's called because I don't know anything about this one.
Part 7 is called The New Blood. And you might be wondering how the fuck is Jason gonna escape from his prison in the lake? And I will help you here, viewer, by setting this story up for you. Um, this 10-year-old girl sees her dad abusing her mom and runs to the lake and jumps on a boat and gets super mad at the dad. And the dad runs up on this dock and it's, I'm sorry, sweetie, I didn't mean to. It's like, go away, you hit mommy, and fucking just gets really mad at him. And the dock just collapses. Okay? But it wasn't on accident. The fucking girl used psychic powers. That's right. We're pulling a basically Carrie versus Jason in this fucking movie. Um, this girl has psychic powers and can move things with her mind to sit there and fight off Jason. And so in the future, she's like 18, so 8 years later or some shit. This doctor's trying to help her get better, and she tries to revive her dad with her psychic powers because she senses something in the waters using her Jedi powers, and she frees Jason from captivity.
And then she also frees Tommy while she's at it.
I wish that would been awesome, but yeah, she gets free and all this other shit, and she meets these people that are also on the lake, and the people are kind of just dicks for no reason. Like, um, they're just mean to her for no reason. Like, I guess jealousy because she's talking to this one dude or whatever. But like then Jason just starts killing them because fuck those people.
Hey, all I'm hearing is based.
Yeah, basically. But then so the counselor dude that was helping her sacrifices her mom to Jason so he can escape. Real douche move. He still dies. But then after like basically everybody's dead, there's a whole like showdown between the chick and Jason. And Jason just like doesn't know what the fuck to do. Like she's just like wrapping him around with like telephone wires and like throwing shit at him and like throwing him, and at one point she breaks his mask and reveals his face, and it's like some weird creature looking thing,
Yeah, and then she like
whatever,
screams because she's spooked.
basically. And so the way she finally defeats Jason, because Jason can't die, whatever, is
Well, he
she's dead by the
can.
water. Not this version. This
He
version
already
can't.
died.
This version can't. He's too powerful. She does the most craziest thing ever. She brings her father back to life, who somehow still has flesh and for some reason has like chains wrapped around him for some reason,
And then plops him in
and
the lake.
literally like full Nelsons him into the lake, like straight up, like just grabs his ass and just throws him into the lake and holds him in the water, and that's that's basically it. Like, there's not too much for that movie. Like, it's really weird. It has like a lot of gruesome kills, but like it's really weird.
Yeah, never
Um,
seen it.
but then we get to Austin's favorite
Now,
Friday the
Friday
13th.
the creatively known as Friday the 13th, Jason Takes Manhattan because this is the one where Jason goes and takes over a boat and walks down a couple alleys.
Yeah, literally, he sits there and takes over a boat,
He
and
he does
then
not take Manhattan. He
he
goes to
he goes to the
Manhattan.
subway. He goes to the
He goes
subway a
down
little
like
bit.
two alleyways and like the
And the
subway and the
subway
sewers.
says that, and that's really it. But basically, uh, fucking Jason is the captain of the boat. After somehow getting to this fucking boat, at like the beginning of the movie starts with him at Crystal Lake, and he kills these people on this like yacht thing,
Yeah, he takes
and
over a
yacht
yacht, and the yacht just so happens to end up in New
drifts.
York.
It no, it drifts towards this place where these people are launching off to go to New York. So it leads from the lake to somewhere else that leads to New York. And because like it's a whole high school graduation like celebration thing.
Yeah,
Uh
and then they go to New York.
yeah, and the entire time the main chick is like having like these visions of Jason as a kid. And it's really weird because like at some points he looks like he's like a normal kid, and then at some points he looks like he's special and stuff. But like for the most part, she just sees him as like a normal kid in like the lake, and it's really weird effects the entire time. But they get to fucking Manhattan where he takes over
Yeah, he definitely
and
takes over Manhattan.
gets to one of like the oh actually before we even get to him versus the dude, Jason literally becomes a hero for a minute because these dudes were gonna rape the main chick. Like they literally indicate that like these dudes are gonna rape this chick, and Jason literally ignores her and just kills these dudes.
He's like
Like
unprotected sex? No.
yeah, like straight up, he's like, yeah, let me help you real quick. Like respect for Jason, for being able to like see what's wrong in that situation, and straight up just kills these two dudes and lets her run away. And then instead of chasing after her for some reason, who like already knew where she was and like what was going on and stuff,
He's like,
some
what if I go this way?
somehow he goes up to this other dude. It might have honestly been slightly racist. Is that okay to say? That's okay to say. Because he straight up goes to this
It was
black
in the
guy.
80s.
Yeah, he straight up went to this black guy and for some reason. And like the dude, I don't even remember his name. I can't remember.
Julian?
Uh Julian, yeah, it is Julian.
Yeah, Julian's like, I'm gonna throw these fucking hands if you come any closer. And
Yeah,
then
he
he
tries
does
running
throw those
away.
hands, but it's too bad his hands didn't do shit.
Yeah, he ran away, got on the rooftop, and starts boxing
Guy
Jason.
straight up tries
Like
boxing
straight
Jason
up.
Voorhees.
Because the entire movie's like, yeah, he's a great boxer, all this other crap. And he's pushing Jason back. He's doing stuff. I don't know why he didn't punch him off the roof or something
Because that would have been
or
cheating.
whatever.
Foul play.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
That's not
But
a
then,
legally sanctioned boxing move.
but then Jason just punches his head off, like uppercuts him and fucking rock him, sock him, robots him.
Does he uppercut? I thought he does a hook.
I thought he did not. He might have.
I thought he does a hook and just knocked it off to the side.
I thought it went straight up. I thought it went up and like at an arched angle. Maybe.
Yeah.
Either way, he knocks his fucking head off. His head gets knocked off, and Jason kills these other people. No one really cares. Actually, Jason doesn't even kill this one girl. This one lady dies because the main character like drives this car into this wall, and then they just don't get the lady out of the car, and the car explodes, and the lady just dies. And they're straight up like, "Damn, like we did that. Like Jason didn't have anything to do with that." And so basically, it's the girl and the guy that are left, and they go to the sewer system. Um, so you can tell them how they beat Jason in this
Uh,
fantastic movie.
because it's New York, they use a bunch of toxic sludge and just melt him.
This is how the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were created. They literally sit there and turn the waste, and it's weird because it melts the demon away basically, and he turns into like a kid. He turns into like a regular kid at the end of the movie, and they just kind of leave him down there. They're like, "Yeah, fuck you," and straight up leave this kid down in the sewers of New York.
Yeah.
Um, and are just like, "Yeah, deuces."
Yeah,
And
maybe he'd
since
find like a
since
rat to train him or something.
yeah, maybe like that's how he got so powerful and stuff. Maybe the rat sat there and also helped him get back to fucking Crystal Lake because somehow he gets back to Crystal Lake in part 9. Uh, somehow he goes from New York all the way back to Crystal Lake for some reason. I don't.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
And he's back at Crystal Lake, and this takes us into Friday the 13th part 9. Jason Goes to Hell. Um, Austin, do you remember much about this movie? Before I get started.
I mean, I remember a decent amount.
Okay, well,
Uh, yeah,
basically,
you can
it's
do the opener.
okay. It starts off with this lady pulling up to Crystal Lake, and it just seemed like the rest of the movie is like, oh, okay, this lady's just gonna die. Yeah, fuck no, she's FBI shit, and is like dodging and weaving Jason, who's trying to kill her, and she leads him to a bunch of other FBI people that literally just start blasting. They fucking are just shooting, and when they kill Jason, they're finally like, yeah, we're done with this bullshit, whatever, and then they blow his ass up, and like smithereens. and like hell yeah, I do like the epic like high five back in the
Yeah, they
90s
start
and
high
80s or
fiving
something.
everyone except that one guy
Yeah,
who was on the left side of the screen.
yeah, basically. And so everything like starts happening, and so they take the red like all of his body parts to would I guess you'd call it the morgue,
Coroner's
but I don't
office
even think yeah, because like
at the morgue.
yeah, but it's weird because it looks like it's in like somewhere else. They have like guards and stuff, but whatever. Um, but then because Jason has to come back somehow, and so instead of his body parts like coming together and making somewhat of sense, yeah, no, the doctor that's performing all the stuff,
He goes,
this gets
that looks
hungry,
tasty.
and straight up just eats Jason's heart, uh,
I
for
guess you could
some
say
reason.
Jason wasn't so heartless after all. You can laugh now.
So fucking dumb. Yeah, so he eats the heart and is all evil and stuff. And there's this bounty hunter that's like, yeah, like
Yeah, and the bounty hunter is
I know
super
how to
sus.
stop. Yeah, I know. He's like, I know how to stop Jason for the right price.
And everyone's like, no, you're on something.
Yeah,
You're
they're like,
you're
hell no,
capping.
like you're crazy. He's
Like
like
you're
asking
capping.
for like a couple of $100,000.
But then he ends up helping anyway, so
Yeah, it's funny because like, so the movie goes on, and it turns out Jason has family. His mom had a sister, and she had a daughter. So Jason has a
starting to sound
cousin
like
and an
Halloween.
aunt. Yeah, I know it's really weird. It's almost like they kind of meant to do that, probably. But so he has a cousin, and the cousin has a daughter, and so or a kid, and so he's trying to get to the kid to possess the kid's body so he can be like reborn or whatever. Um, and so the entire time this is like he's trying to get to her. Her like baby daddy is like trying to stop this from happening like the entire time. He's honestly a giga chad. Steven's a freaking just too big of a bro. Like he's in the prison cell cell. He's in the prison cell
Cooler
with
than
the
Tommy?
b- bounty hunter. Definitely not cooler than Tommy, but
Mate sniping this guy up. He's not even top two characters.
I don't know. I feel like he sits there and he gets his fingers broken to get information from the bounty hunter to help his baby mama. And then climax of the movie, um he's sitting there and he's straight up fighting Jason. Like Jason gets his old body back.
Somehow.
Yeah, don't we don't question it. Um and sits there. Oh, it's because he puts his little soul thing into another Voorhees.
Which
Whatever.
that
It
doesn't
doesn't
make
make sense. It doesn't make sense.
yeah. Just don't think about it
it,
too hard.
yeah, it's okay. Just know that it's Jason back in his old body somehow. And this dude Steven, he literally fights Jason and lives. Like he beats the crap out of him. Like he beats him with a shovel and fucking runs into like monkey bars, all this other crap. Like it's pretty funny. And uh she uses this magic dagger and kills Jason, whatever. And the movie ends with you would guess it, Jason going to hell. Yay.
But Mason, if he goes to hell, how is he supposed to get back and take New York?
Yeah, so he goes to hell and the credits roll, whatever. But wait just a second. It's zooming in on his mask all mysteriously and weird like.
And then Julian's hand pops out and punches the mask and breaks it.
No, no, Julie does
Oh,
not come
wait,
back
wrong
and fucking
scene.
just get the revenge he
Oh,
needed.
right, it was yeah, Freddy Krueger. Yeah.
Yeah, Freddy Krueger's claw pops up and is like, "You're mine now, bitch." That sounds like something Freddy Krueger would say. Is he has to have the word bitch in it. If not, then it's not a Freddy Krueger quote.
Yeah, which
Uh,
leads directly into not chronologically, yes, but not in order of release.
Yeah, after like release wise, we'd go to Jason X, but we'll get there. We're doing chronologically because it somewhat makes sense. I don't even know
Yeah.
if we're
And then
chronologically correct,
I don't
but
even
it's
know
okay.
if Freddy vs Jason is canon. Probably not.
Probably, but we're gonna make it canon.
But
So,
then Freddy vs Jason, also known as Freddy
Freddy
vs Jason.
versus Jason. So yeah, the whole premise is Freddy is trying to use Jason to make people scared of him again. So he wants people to be afraid of Freddy, but he's using Jason to kill people, so they'll think it's him.
Yeah, but he
It's really
sends
weird.
them to Elm Street.
Yeah, and so he's doing this, and for some reason these people have like parties like all the fucking time. Like they are sitting there partying left and right. There's this whole like neon disco party thing. It's really cool, like, strobe lights, whatever. And it's just really weird, like all the people and how they act. But Jason's just killing all these people like left and right, and Freddy is kind of pissed
He's like,
because
no,
like
you're
Freddy's like,
killing too many.
bitch, you gotta add the bitch, or it's not a Freddy crew.
Well, no, but he doesn't say bitch because he's pretending to be Jason's mom.
Oh yeah, I forgot
He goes,
about that.
you're killing too many,
Yeah, he pretends to be Miss
bitch.
Voorhees. Shut the fuck up. But so these people think it's Freddy killing them, so they go try to get sleeping pills and stuff. They get washed away, whatever.
Yeah, and I will say the most cursed part of the movie is the CGI of
The
Worm Freddy
centipede,
whenever he crawls
the
into the dude's
centipede.
mouth. Yeah, and he crawls into the dude's mouth to possess him. That's like the
I
most
don't know because
cursed thing I've seen
that
in this
also has like
franchise.
probably one of the creepier scenes of like all the people that were asleep, like raising out up from the bed and they have no eyes or whatever, and they're just like talking and stuff and looking at the dude and like pointing towards the thing. They used to creep me out like a lot whenever I was younger.
I just got weirded out by the worm thing.
Now the worm thing, yeah, it was kind of weird, but like I don't know if it was really spookified, you know?
I wouldn't say it was spooky, but it was unnerving. Like some worm thing will crawl in your mouth, and then it's just
Yeah.
gonna take over your body.
So
Pretty
yeah, Freddy
sus.
takes over this stoner dude
Yeah, by going
and
inside him.
literally has these needles to put Jason to sleep and stabs Jason and puts him to sleep, and then the dude gets cut in half.
Yeah, but
So he's
surprisingly,
dead.
it works, and Jason goes to sleep.
Yeah, Jason straight up goes to sleep, and
Somehow that works.
there's a whole fight between Jason and Freddy in the dream world,
Yeah, but that
and
fight's honestly not that interesting.
yeah, because Freddy's kind of got the advantage to a
Yeah,
point,
he's like, "Oh my
and Freddy's
god,
like, "Why
water!"
won't you die?"
He goes,
He's like,
"Water,
"Why
booga
won't you
booga."
die?" Yeah, and dude, fuck that scene. It makes so no sense at all.
Freddy pops out some water on accident, and then Jason's like, "Oh, I can't go through that."
Yeah, like Jason's literally about to swing on him, like use his machete to fucking swipe Freddy. And it's funny because Freddy actually gets scared in the dream world where he's literally like the most powerful. And he has this water, and Jason stops at the water, like before swinging. He's like, "No, I can't." For some reason, even though he's literally like throughout the entire series, he's got so many kills of him being in the fucking lake.
Yeah, of him like popping out of the water or
Like,
him just
bruh.
moving through the water.
Like there's a whole series of him just being in the water, but for some reason Jason's
But
just
they're like, "Oh my
scared
god,
of the water.
Jason's weak to water, and Freddy's weak to fire, because that's how they
Yeah,
both died." Even though that's not how Jason died.
because basically, like Jason didn't die until
Till
fucking
four.
Tommy fucking killed him.
Unless
Like,
you think he died before the first movie when he was a kid, and then like the demon stuff started then,
yeah, which like I don't know. Like
which
I
is
guess
kind
could
of a
make
whole
sense.
nother thing.
Yeah, we're not gonna get into that. Like I guess it would make sense, but like yeah, that's too much for us.
Yeah, but
We're
then
we're not paid enough.
there's the final battle at Crystal Lake. It's pretty cool. It's in the real world,
Yeah,
so
it's pretty cool. They have like a
Jason
whole like
obviously
scene.
has the advantage, but Freddy has to use his brain.
Yeah, there's this whole like construction site thing, and Freddy shoots little like protein things at him and
Protein?
like launch.
Did you
Or
just
no,
say
hang
protein?
on, hang on, propane, hang
This man just said
on,
he
hang
hit him with that protein
on.
powder.
But it's almost time to go to the gym. It's okay. You knew what I meant. he shoots the little propane things.
Yeah,
You know
the
what I'm
cool
talking
part is we get to see Jason use the knife fingers, and we get to see Freddy use the
about. The
machete.
machete. They kind of switch at some point.
Yeah, and then they
Jason gets
kind
his
of
eyes like
imply,
stabbed with the fingers. It's pretty
yeah,
cool. That's a cool scene.
yeah, they kind of imply that Jason wins, but then they're like, "Ha, psych, Freddy's not dead." Wink.
Yeah, yeah, he winks. He's like, ah, sexy times, bitch. Um, and that's the end of that one. Because not that like they don't like. It's really weird. Like it just kind of ends.
Now we get to the actual best movie,
Friday the 13th remastered.
Jason X.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
Um,
Also sometimes known as Friday the 13th Part 10.
Jason X.
No one calls it that, but
Yeah, no, it's literally just called
it's
Jason
it's
X.
it's the space one.
Yeah, because all these movies had to go to space, at some point.
Yeah, I mean that's always where things end up in space.
Yeah. But Jason ends up in the future in space with this one chick. Stuff happens, whatever.
Yeah, they get frozen. They wake up. It's like the future now.
Ooh. Um.
Crazy android lady,
Ooh. The crazy android lady that
and
this
they're
guy
like,
wants to
she can
bang.
take Jason, and then it
No, no, no.
seems like she
Don't
can,
forget.
but
This
then she
dude straight up
can't.
wants to bang her. Don't forget about
There
that.
is a
We're not gonna.
a dude who wants to
We're not
bang
gonna
the
dodge
android,
that.
but it's the
the
future
dude,
though, so
the
maybe
dude
that's normal for
straight up
them.
wants to bang the android, and so Jason starts killing people,
Yeah, but then
and
the android lady's like, takes him
he,
down,
he
but she
does
took
get
him
that
down
cool kill.
by
Don't
the
forget the cool
nano
kill.
machines. And
But you're
Jason goes, nano machines, son, and goes Uber.
Uber Jason is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, the nano is somehow so like what they're supposed to do is they're supposed to like
It like
help with
rebuilds
disease
the
or
skin.
whatever. And so like since freaking Jason is like messed up, it helps him a lot and gives him like super improvements or whatever.
Yeah.
And so now he can fight the android. But you skipped like the best
Oh, I
kill
was
in like
gonna just talk
almost
about
the
the kills at
entire
the end.
series. Nah, you can't skip it because freaking Jason comes, he gets unfrozen and he kills like one of the very first kills on the spaceship is like probably one of the coolest in like the entire series.
Yeah, he grabs that liquid nitrogen, gets
Yes,
that face frozen, and
sir.
just bashes it into the sink.
It's so simple but cool at the same time. Like such a fast
It just
one.
looks clean. Well, it
Like
looks
still, yeah, it's
dirty as
awesome,
fuck, but
but it's awesome. Like it looks like it's a cool kill.
yeah. And then there's the classic simulation of Crystal Lake on the ship for some reason.
Yeah, and they have these nude girls that are like, "Ooh, we like premarital sex."
Yeah, and then Jason throws them in a sleeping bag and starts hitting them against a tree. It's
It's
pretty
pretty,
funny.
it's pretty fucking funny. Uh, and then, you get the whole this sucks scene, which I don't know why you don't remember that. Literally,
This sucks. Ah.
yeah, basically, like there's a hole in the ship, and like
Yeah, I
the
don't
air is
remember
getting
that.
sucked out, and this girl's like about to lose her grip, and she like basically looks at the
Okay,
camera
how
and is
about
like,
she gets a
"This
grip?
sucks," um, and stuff, and then they sit there and are doing shit, and they escape onto this tiny ship, and the big ship explodes, and then it's like, "Oh no, Jason's flying right towards us." Oh fuck! But then it turns out this captain dude didn't die, and he just tackles Jason back towards Earth, um, which is a pretty cool scene. Um, but it's really funny because like Jason lands like basically right back at fucking Crystal Lake. Out of like all the luck in the world, like Jason's like right back home, and it's pretty good.
They should have continued it and made an
Yeah,
11.
that'd have been pretty funny. But instead, they decided to make a reboot, and it was okay.
So
I
the
I
reboot, also
boom.
known as Friday the 13th, the reboot,
Yeah, basically, like,
or Friday the 13th, 2009, if you prefer.
yeah, they literally didn't do anything crazy with this. They just basically retold the second movie. I feel like
Yeah, I
maybe
mean
even
he
the
uses
third.
I would say it's a retelling of 2, but with iconic things from the other movie, like the costume
Like
from 3, um, the the mask from 3,
the kills from 3.
uh,
No, there is another sleeping bag kill, except he hangs her over a fire, and it's like pretty dark.
yeah,
Like
he
this whole
uses instead of using his brute strength, and he uses traps more.
like he don't get us wrong. He uses his strength like a good amount.
Yeah, but definitely
Like
not. He doesn't rely on it like he did in the other one.
yeah, he is. This movie is a lot like grittier. Like he is fucking he he messes these people up pretty badly. Uh, it also stars Jared
Jared Leto?
Padalecki. No, not Jared Leto. The Joker is not in this movie. The dude from Supernatural. I think he plays Dean. I never watched Supernatural. Don't judge me.
I never watched the reboot, so
It's true. But it's funny because like, so this whole movie is about
that
this
is pretty
brother
funny.
trying to find his. Shut the fuck up. This brother is trying to find his sister, and like the entire time he's looking for her, he's like with this girl, and this girl seems like she's gonna be like the main character the entire time. And then they find his sister, and basically, like as soon as they save his sister, the girl just gets snatched and gets fucking murked. You're like, oh shit! And so they get back to this farmhouse, and Jason has like a chain around his neck or some shit, and they just
A lot of ands.
kind of murk his ass. Jason just gets his head put into like I think it's a wood chipper or something.
Grinder.
Meat was it a meat grinder?
I don't
Did
fucking
you
know. I
look it
didn't
up?
see the movie. I don't know. I don't know why you're taking anything I say
I
seriously.
know. He gets put into something. His head gets like taken up by stuff. And that's basically it for the movie. It's like there's not too much going on with like we haven't heard anything else for the movies. There was the game for the longest time. Me and Austin used to play it back whenever it first came out for a while. Uh Especially whenever it had a lot of updates. Um when did we stop playing that, Austin? Like, obviously when the servers are already shut down.
No, the servers are still up.
Oh, they're getting shut down, aren't
Yeah,
they?
they're getting shut down soon.
Yeah. But we stopped playing after a while because like um the killer is kind of too easy to win. I feel like
I feel like it's too easy to win a Survivor.
I don't know because like
Complete opposite viewpoints.
well because like he had like the thing to read where people were like in the cabins, so you could find which cabin you were in, and then like
Yeah, I bet if we played it right now, you'd lose.
yeah, because I'd be fucking a person trying to escape and
You'd
you'd be
be fucking
chasing.
a person trying to escape.
True, because there was like the whole thing where he could like phase and like insta grab you after he phased.
Yeah, but
I
most people
remember
sucked
that.
at it.
I didn't. I fucking used to. People used to
No,
get
you're
annoyed with me
literally
because
bad.
it was such a dick move, and people would be annoying. You'd have to use it sometimes. But it's okay. It was a fun game. I really wish they would have continued. They had the whole Jason X thing going on for a
Yeah, I just
while.
liked whenever you started driving the car and then he just fucking slams the car.
That was pretty. Like you would sit there and run into him, and
Or
it
you start
crashed
riding in
the
the boat
entire
and he
thing.
just yanks you off the boat and kills you.
Yeah. And there's actually like a way to kill Jason in the game too, and that was always fun to do.
I
I
liked
think we did it
escaping with the
a couple
cops.
times.
And then if Jason chases you all the way out there, the cops just light him up.
Yeah, and then he has to turn around or some shit. He falls over and then turns
He
around.
falls over and then he gets back up and has to like walk away before the cops kill him.
Yeah, it's funny though because like there's a way to kill him, and Tommy Salami's in it. Oh, dude, it's a pretty fun game. Not gonna lie. But I guess to end this off, Austin, which one do you think was your favorite out of the movies? If you had to sit there and say,
Um, Friday the 13th.
ooh, the remake.
Part 10.
Oh, okay, okay, yeah.
No, honestly, I'd probably say 3.
Three. Even with the weird 3D
Even with
stuff.
the weird 3D.
I would probably say
Although part 6 is pretty good.
I was gonna say six. I'd say six is probably my
Yeah,
favorite.
I like 6 and 3 are just so iconic.
They are really good.